Now, just imagine walking through Switzerland and hearing Ghanaian music. Rex Somas, wo the anime intia krame. Say the welcome mama me wa pedi anyina ma wo dada.
Say the welcome mama me wa pedi ma wo dada. In a present cell don't you want in Shoni Akra. Me dini Jerica de Odonti me juro.
Perfectly sung by Swiss people in tree, not for a show, not for tourists, but because they live the culture of Ghana. Now relax a little bit and stay with me as we dive deep into this amazing cross-border video. And now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if this is the very first time you're coming across my channel, what you have to do is to hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, go to the comment section, let me know your thoughts about this very conversation we are having. To my first timers and my loyal viewers, please make it a point to join the growing movement. To my amazing subscribers, thank you so much. Now let's get straight into this interesting and, like I said, cross-border video. This is not a joke. This is not a one-time event. In parts of Switzerland today, locals are singing Ghanaian Highlife music word for word, wearing Ghanaian prints with pride, learning Ghanaian languages, and it amazes me. In fact, it blows my mind, and practicing Ghanaian culture authentically. And that is the point I'm even more confused about. But how did Ghanaian sound travel over 5,000 kilometers and quietly took root in Europe? This is the story of how Ghana didn't chase the world, but the world came to Ghana.
Me dini Jerica de Odonti me juro. Obuwa me you go and cherabes you abutare. Mama sem me for wako mama me da. For wako mama yo. For wako mama yo.
must understand this. There are documented cultural exchanges and performances in Switzerland where Swiss choirs and bands perform Ghanaian highlife music, not watered down, not remixed, but original compositions. We're talking about full live band instrumentation, indigenous rhythms preserved, lyrics sung in Ghanaian languages like Tree and others. And here is what makes it powerful. They don't treat it like foreign music. They treat it like their own cultural expression, and that changes everything.
In a vibrant mix of rhythm and melody, students from Ghana and Switzerland are uniting through music. The Ghana experience gives young artists from both countries a chance to learn, share and perform together, merging jazz improvisation with traditional African sound. Here is Her Excellency Simone Giga, Swiss ambassador to Ghana, speaking on the importance of this collaboration.
This is like people-to-people contact, and I think it's extremely important for the mutual understanding, right? And when we can show through music that we can come together and create something beautiful. For me, as the ambassador of Switzerland to Ghana, it really means a lot. And I hope for our Ghanaian partners as well, you know, that we all, at the end of the day, you know, we are all people, we all love music, and we can gather here at the Swiss residence and, you know, and create something beautiful and new together.
Head of the jazz department at HEMU, that's the Haute École de Musique in Switzerland, and artistic director of Accra Jazz Academy, Thomas Dobler, says this is more than just a workshop. It is an opportunity for students to gain new skills, build friendships, and experience different cultures.
This is a celebration of culture and of the, you know, the connection with different countries and different continents. So it's Africa, Europe, and the whole world. So music, I think, is a really good thing to connect people.
The Swiss ambassador to Ghana, Her Excellency Simone Giga, has been urging the Ghanaian government to invest in the creative arts.
I do think that Ghana has absolutely immense potential when it comes to the creative arts and music especially, and my experience here in Ghana has very much been shaped by the music. I'm in love with Ghanaian music. You have so many talented musicians out there. It's always a question, how much can government do, how much should government do? I think what government should do is create an enabling environment for all these creative talents to really grow and thrive.
A celebration of rhythm, harmony, and cultural exchange, the Ghana experience proves that when music plays, the world listens together.
To understand this phenomenon, you have to understand Highlife music. Highlife isn't just music. It is storytelling, social commentary, identity and rhythm rooted in African heritage, blended with jazz and Western instruments. Artists like E.T. Mensah, the king of Highlife, Amachi Dede, Daddy Lumba, just to mention a few, created a sound that is emotionally universal. Highlife speaks about love, struggle, joy, and community. These are not Ghanaian emotions, they are human emotions. And that's why when Swiss musicians hear it, they don't feel like outsiders, and they feel so much connected. Now, this didn't just happen randomly. You see, Switzerland has a long history of music education programs, cultural exchange initiatives, and global music appreciation. African music, especially Ghanaian music, has been studied in Europe institutions for decades. Workshops, festivals, and collaborations brought Ghanaian musicians into Swiss spaces. Over time, students became performers, performers became ambassadors, and the ambassadors became cultural careers today. This is how culture spread, not through force, but through exposure and respect. Now, this is the point it gets much more interesting. Swiss participants in these culture circles don't just play the music. They wear traditional Ghanaian prints, traditional Ghanaian inspired outfits. But this isn't costume culture, it is cultural immersion. Because in Ghana, music is not separated from identity. You don't just hear music, you see it, you wear it, and you live it. And the Swiss who embrace this understand something many ignore. Culture is not owned by geography, it is shared through meaning. So for years, Africa has been told you must export raw materials, not culture. But this proves the opposite. Ghana exports sound, identity, rhythm, and story. And look at the results. A European country preserving Ghanaian music with discipline and respect. This raises a powerful question. In fact, a question that many would ignore. If Switzerland can value Ghanaian culture and music this deeply, why do many Africans undervalue their own? African culture is no longer asking for recognition. It is becoming the standard. From Afrobeat dominating global charts, African fashion influencing global brands, and African rhythms shaping international sound. Ghana's Highlife is part of this particular big wave. But what Switzerland shows us is something far more immense. When culture is authentic, it doesn't need to beg for attention. It just attracts. Imagine being Ghanaian and hearing your language, your rhythm, your identity, or sounds that are being played in your country echoed in the mountains of Switzerland, not as imitation, but as appreciation. That is not just influence, and that is what we call legacy. So next time someone questions the global power of African culture, remember this: somewhere in Switzerland, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in China, somewhere in some part of the world, a group of people who have never lived in Ghana are singing Ghanaian Highlife like it's home. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode, and I really appreciate your time. Make it a point to hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, go to the comment section, let me know what you think. Remember, I said the story of Africa is being rewritten, and don't let us write it without you. Thank you once again. This was Inside Studios Network, and